Hey, welcome, WizardCast fans. So here I am. I'm at the Salesforce MVP party on day 3 of Dreamforce, right? Is that right?
Day 3.
And if you're wondering why that other voice is not Mark Ross, I don't know.
It's really, it's concerning that he's not here with us. I mean, especially given the recent uptick in the popularity of your podcast.
Yes. So, I would like to thank Ben Balapew for stepping in to co-host this Dreamforce update on day 3 because, unfortunately, Mark can't be with us today, and I guess everyone has their priorities.
I actually saw somebody wearing a Where's Astro t-shirt, and they scratched out Astro and wrote in Mark. It was amazing.
Mark, you hear that? Wherever you are missed, buddy. So, Ben, day 3, Dreamforce. What's your thoughts? What happened today?
Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. Well, personally, I got to wake up, and then I got down and did a little bit of volunteering work. That was really nice to actually have happen. And then, how are you? Hi. After that, I had my session today over Moscone West, and now we're here at the wonderful, I don't even know the name of the venue.
Well, admin keynote.
Oh,
admin keynote.
Jesus.
How did you forget the admin keynote?
Because there's just so much going on.
Ben, I love you, but
I'm
if you forgot the admin keynote and to talk about that, we're going to have to start auditioning other co-hosts. So
I think that's a good idea.
Let's start with the person right next to you.
Hi, I'm Amber Boaz, and I'm re-auditioning because I did this before, Brian. We've done this, you and me, before.
That's right.
Do you remember me?
Yeah, you didn't do a good job. Thank you. So, no, I'm kidding, Amber. We love you. It's always for comedic tendencies.
What you can't see is my giant pouty lips sticking out and my tears rolling down my face. The sadness is palpable. Rachel is giving you an accusing look. Do you see the accusing look that Rachel is giving you?
Very, very accusing look.
And that would be Rachel Rogers,
you
everyone.
have hurt me deep in my soul.
Yes.
Below the vodka cranberry, below the old-fashioned, below the gin and tonic, below the tater tots and chicken and waffles.
I can tell.
Nobody puts Amber in a corner.
She's not in a corner. She's standing up in the middle of this avenue. No, everyone knows we love Amber, and it was for the comedic tendency, and she knows that because she's trying really hard not to laugh her butt off right now.
Dude, if I could laugh my butt off, are you kidding me right now? I could stand to lose a bunch. I'd like giggling all day.
And with that, we'll hand it over to John Graff. Hi, John.
This is Nerdforce John. How is everybody doing today?
It's great. I know you already have a podcast. Do you want to do another one?
I love multi-podcasts. I love multi-medium. I am multi-man.
Okay, so let's talk about this. I know you had a huge event today between 11 and 1 over at the Marriott Marquis, hosted by Aptus.
Yes.
Right? Tell us about that.
This was an amazing, heart-wrenching event. I've been together with the Bacon Ipsum team for quite a while. And
which is what, John?
The Bacon Ipsum team is part of the Dungeons and Dreamforce team. This is our second year, our second season, and we fought evil. We are grown adults fighting evil in the name of children who are fighting evil in real life.
And so today was the ultimate conclusion of Season 2?
It was.
And you were raising money for the Children's Miracle Network through Extra Life.
As of this point, we have raised $3,600.
Wow! The last I heard it was $34. What happened?
There is cash in my pocket that people keep putting there.
Oh, excuse me, this is really good food.
Yeah, I know. I got a little bit hot, so I took off a jacket, and all of a sudden I know I'm a little bit more flush with cash.
So, that's fabulous, John. That is also a very confusing statement. I'm glad you raised more money for Extra Life and the Children's Miracle Network.
We've had a great time.
That is awesome. Are you going to do this again?
Not only are we going to do this again for DNDF 18, look for it, but I realize now that Dungeons and Dreamforce should probably have a release every season, all 3 of them.
Oh, okay. So we're going to do one every Salesforce release.
I think that you should look for a DNDF Spring 18.
All right, we'll look for that. And where should we go to learn more about it?
We broadcast as much as we can, but look for us on the CloudForce Collective website, and we're going to talk about it on the CloudForce Collective podcast.
And your website is?
cloudforcecollective.com.
Okay, the .com's important because it could be .net, it could be .co.
It could be .co, and I appreciate that that recognition because we used to be a .co website, but that has been corrected, and now we're more accessible.
Well, thank you very much, John Graff. And, this is the fun part of being at the MVP party because I can just hand a mic off to random people like this gentleman.
Love, exciting and new. I'm crooning.
And now I'm really tempted to take the microphone back.
I'm tempted just to give it back to you. What do you want me to say?
Well, who are you first?
Ryan Headley, Apex and the Limits.
And you know what? That's a great voice. I think you should become the new co-host of the Wizcast. What do you think, Ryan?
I'd be honored, but I'd have to run it by the System.debug folks first.
What's that? I've never heard of it.
You haven't heard of my podcast? That's not nice. I'm going to cry. I am going to throw the mic down right now. Throw it down. We even talk about you on our show.
Yeah, please don't drop that mic. It's brand new.
It's not like it's an AKG. It's a Shure SM58.
What?
7. Oh, it's got the switch. Oh, I hope I didn't hit the switch. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that would really be it. So, all right, tell me about what's your podcast and where can people find it?
So you can find it at system.debug.com, and that's DOT spelled out, system.debug.com. We do a live streaming podcast every 2 weeks on YouTube. So
About what?
Development on Salesforce platform and challenges and tips.
Development like I can create a custom object development or development like I can write code?
More along the lines of code. We try to focus more on the code side.
So since I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure a lot of Wizardcast folks are admins, if you're interested in learning maybe a little bit more about the code thing, check out system.debug.
Yeah, we occasionally have like the newbie kind of session there, so yeah, it'd be great. Come check us out.
Thanks, Ryan. So I'm sorry. I guess I'm still co-hostless, and but that's okay because I can just come up to another random person and hand them a microphone, like Dan Appleman. Hi, Dan.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, and what I really love is Dan's been standing here for a while, and he's looking at me with his eyes wide like, why am I holding a microphone?
Why are you holding a microphone?
So Dan, I know you. I've read a lot
you.
of the stuff that you've done. For the people who are listening who may not know you, who are you?
My name's Dan Appleman. I wrote a book called Advanced Apex Programming,
And it's amazing.
and I'm an MVP. And yeah,
And I'm guessing from your hesitancy that you do not want to be a co-host of the Wizardcast.
I don't know what it is, but sure, why not? What am I doing? What
Okay.
are we doing?
It's a podcast
Yeah,
that's supposed to be a blend of humor and Salesforce topics.
cool.
And
I have no sense of humor.
okay,
Maybe I do.
I think that immediately disqualifies you.
I don't know if people can appreciate my
And so I must find another person, and I'm doing this by just going to the next person who grabs this microphone.
What are you talking about?
Well, Mark Ross has disappeared on me again, and
Oh
I
my
needed
gosh,
to do
that
another
guy.
podcast at Dreamforce. I always do 3, and I did a really short one, and now I need to do a third one. So I'm looking for a co-host to give me interesting topics and to keep me on the straight and narrow.
Oh.
So first off, who are you?
I'm Jared Kingston. I'm a solution architect with Aperio.
Oh,
And
okay, we have to
MVP.
scratch that out because it's Aperio. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
It's, no, I'm kidding.
I
I'm
quit.
kidding. Yeah. There's no free ride here when it comes to promotions. And we definitely do not do self-promotions on the Wizardcast.
Okay. that's
Including do not go to the Wizard Apprentice in YouTube and watch my flow videos. Just don't do it.
fair. Okay.
So Jared,
Yeah.
it's the third day of Dreamforce.
Yes,
There's
it
a
is.
half day left.
Yep.
What's your takeaway? What's your main thing that makes you go, oh, wow? And remember, you're holding a microphone, and 1, dead air does not work on a podcast, and 2, if you don't actually talk into the microphone, no one will hear you.
Gotcha.
And he puts the microphone down. Obviously,
Okay.
this is not going to be a good choice for a co-host.
Okay. No. Here's what I got. So, honestly, I think it's small but mighty, but the whole, like, My Lightning with the branding piece,
Sure.
super cool, right? Like, you've always been able to add a logo to an app, but it's still been Salesforce branding. But now being able to not
Look,
only
it's
do the
now
logo,
red
now
or
it's
blue.
your
or
colors, right?
magenta.
Yes. If you want a lavender
Fuchsia.
Salesforce Lightning, it can be yours, and that's pretty cool.
Okay, but that's great insight. I love that you shared that.
You're welcome.
But since you keep putting the microphone down, I'm going to have to say you're not going to be a good co-host, which means I have to find more people. And you are?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Nick Lindberg, accidental admin turned Salesforce MVP.
Nick, I love the things that you do, Nick.
Well, thank you.
I can't imagine I didn't know your name when I handed you the microphone.
Well, thank you, sir. It's just an honor to be talking with you right now.
So, you're so full of it, Nick. So what's your main takeaway from Dreamforce?
You know, if I've attended a couple keynotes now, and I feel as though every keynote I've been a part of it is really really producing Einstein as well as Quip, and really the keynote or the key takeaway is not really that those two products exist. It's that Quip isn't for toothbrushes. It's actually does some more, and Salesforce has a product. So that's the key takeaway.
For those of you who are wondering what Nick is talking about, Quip is actually a company that sells toothbrushes, and we found out about that right before Dreamforce, and it's been a nonstop. As a matter of fact, if you're still here and you're listening to this for Thursday, the Quip folks over in the Success Expo on Moscone South love if you come up and ask, how do you brush your teeth with their product? It's hilarious.
I need to give that a try.
Yeah, I got the dirtiest looks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the key takeaway is that Quip is more than brushing teeth right now. So,
well, thanks, Nick. I appreciate you taking the time to share. But I know you're a really busy guy over at RedPass, so you're not going to be able to co-host, right?
Yeah, it's really busy. You know, we're just there's always these projects and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I think you got to keep on your search here.
Oh, and for some reason, my search has slowed down because people started walking away. Until now.
Swear this rain is not good for your mic.
I don't care. So, thankfully, I had someone walk up to me, and this would be
Yo, yo, yo.
your name.
Ewu on the mic.
Okay, it's Eric Wu from Bracket Labs. And
How are you? And Jamin on the mic.
Hey, what's up?
So here's what's going on, Eric. Mark has disappeared
step out of the
again.
rain?
Yeah, we can step out of the
Let's
rain.
moonwalk out of the rain here.
Mark has disappeared again, and so I'm looking for people to help me with this last, well, maybe second to last, penultimate podcast for about Dreamforce.
Yes.
Since I don't have a co-host with Mark not here for some reason.
Yes.
So you're temporarily my co-host.
I love it.
So tell me, what was your main takeaway out of Dreamforce? It's almost over. I have no idea what you've been doing this week. So enlighten me. What do you think?
Let me give you the state of Dreamforce from my point of view. Lightning is on everybody's mind. Like, we are seeing Lightning gaining traction. We are seeing Lightning.
Wait. Do you mean the user interface, or do you mean the rebranding of all the other stuff that was always
No.
Lightning?
I'm talking about like the re-implementation required to switch to Lightning.
Yes.
A year ago was like people were thinking about it. Today, people are straight up planning on it.
Right.
Like, the advantages have become apparent. It's exciting.
I know I finally did make the switch to Lightning. I don't use it all the time, but I'm about 90% of the way there.
Yeah.
Even to the point when I went ahead and installed the TaskRay Lightning components from the App Exchange.
Yes. I mean, we've been ready for 2 years.
This is also my non-subtle hint to try to get sponsor money.
We've been ready for 2 years, but here's the thing, like, more and more large customers are talking about Lightning. They're talking about being ready for Lightning. It's exciting, right?
It is exciting.
My Lightning, my Trailhead.
Oh, yes.
Big announcements.
It's huge announcements. Are you going to be using Trailhead at TaskRay or Bracket Labs?
We have yet to see what the pricing is like.
Do you want to hazard a guess what the price is going to be like?
I'm guessing it's priced out of my price range, but it's a phenomenal idea.
It's an amazing idea.
It's totally right
the
on.
biggest concern I have about my Trailhead is one of the reasons why Trailhead is so successful is because they have great people on staff to write the content.
Yes.
Right? And not every company is going to have a great content writer or even a content writer.
Sure. Curriculum development, curriculum design, right? Like, this isn't something you just, like, throw against the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta be smart about it,
yeah. So before you go out and buy the shiny keys, you got to have a plan in place.
Yes.
Always.
Like, those of us who have implemented Salesforce, just just straight for sales process automation, understand, like, it sure helps if you know what your process is.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And
Before you
that's
do
no
anything.
different than, like, your learning management system process. It's no different for your project management process. Right?
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Eric.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Since Mark's still not here, who should I ask next to see if they can be my temporary
I
guest
see
co-host?
Joshua Hoskins wearing, like, a Freddy Krueger sweater over there.
Oh, that is kind of freaky.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared about that.
I would love to know what Joshua Hoskins thinks of Dreamforce 2017.
He's also walking away from me.
And you got to go into the rain to.
I would have to go back into the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, raining in San Francisco.
How about Simon over there in the 1972 T-shirt?
Oh yes, yeah. We and he's standing alone. He looks
Yes,
lonely.
He looks ready to jump on the mic.
Maybe we should walk. No, he's shaking his head.
He's trying to shake it off.
Oh,
we called for the curveball. He's trying to shake it off.
No one wants to be my temporary co-host anymore. Yes, I'm doing my podcast.
You're doing a podcast. Wow, hi.
Speak into the mic.
Yeah, right into the mic.
I'm so deaf I'm mute right now.
Well, all the more reason to really put the mic. So first off, since this is an audio format and not a video format, who are you?
I am Brian Fear.
And Brian, first off, that's an excellent name. Secondly, I know you're known for one thing really cool, especially me, considering it kind of involves me and what I usually wear in my head.
So, yes, I am the developer of the icon, which is upon the hat.
Yeah. So those who haven't seen the hat, it's the old style logo from 2007-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a white square with a red S in it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I actually made it in Blender. It was for a contest, and I won.
So what do you do now, Brian?
Now I am a Salesforce developer for Camping World Good Sam.
And you've been here at Dreamforce. It's the third day, half a day to go. What's your main takeaway so far?
Einstein's awesome.
Well, okay, no, you can't just say that because Einstein's both a thing and a brand, right?
Yeah.
So,
you're
when
right.
you say Einstein's awesome, tell me why is it awesome? Give me some concrete reasons.
All right, so my main thing is Einstein Vision will allow us to detect images accurately based on, training models. So theoretically,
But you have to be able to code that, right?
Right. So we already have a database of 1 million images, give or take.
Yeah.
And so we'll be able to have this large training set. And once we've trained Einstein, we will be able to save the typical sales rep probably 120 clicks.
That's awesome.
For every hour that they work.
You know what I want to use Einstein Vision for? I am notorious for recognizing faces and not remembering the names that go with them. I want to have augmented reality. So when I go to events like Dreamforce, right, I can have Einstein Vision do facial recognition and then search my Twitter feeds and my CRM system, Salesforce, and come up with who the person is and then display information so I don't go, hey, you, tell me what your name is, and sound like an idiot.
That would be the coolest invention ever, and you would make like $1 billion.
Yeah, too bad the augmented reality thing, it doesn't really, I guess the Google thing, right, is in some factories. That's.
Oh, no. Google was primitive. They have far more advanced stuff on the market now, actually.
Maybe I just need to get one of those big headsets, like a VR headsets, and just drill little tiny holes in it. No?
No. Just look up space glasses. I don't know how they're doing these days, but they were really promising. So
Okay. Brian, thank you very much for taking over, but we can't have two Brians on the podcast. That would be very, very confusing. All right, so I got to walk around. I got to find other people. I see one of my favorite people from across the pond, Francis Pindar. People who know you for one really important reason, right?
Really, what's that?
And that's because your Twitter handle is your last name spelled backwards. Brilliant.
So many people didn't know that.
Yeah.
And they still don't.
It's
Well,
kind
they do
of
now.
obvious, isn't it?
They
Yeah,
don't
I'm so,
now.
I
You
gave
just
the
let it all
secret.
out now. That's
The
it.
second thing that everyone knows is you probably have seen Francis, even if you've never met him and saw him on Twitter. You probably have seen him.
Yeah.
At least the back of his head.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's that from?
Harry Potter.
Yes, he was a double for
Fred Weasley.
For Fred Weasley, which I love because that really narrows my 6 degrees of separation to Harry Potter. And considering the wizard hat thing, that's just cool.
Absolutely.
So here's the deal, Francis. Mark is gone. He's disappeared again.
Really?
And I still have to do podcasts, right?
Yeah.
So I'm finding temporary co-hosts.
Right.
Maybe future co-hosts.
Okay.
And to help me keep it on the straight and narrow. So I'm asking the question, third day of Dreamforce, what's your main takeaway so far now that it's almost over?
The main takeaway. If you put my at the front of all the products, then you're pretty much there.
That almost sounds sarcastic, Francis. I know you're an MVP, and this is going to be a public channel. Do you want to revise your answer?
No, actually, in all honesty, I did tweet about it and got a little bit of slack, but you can get time fields now on objects.
Yeah, well,
and I never
winter
knew that.
Was that Winter 18?
Was that
no?
Was that old
That's old news.
I never knew until today.
You know what? I would be really impressed
No.
if you could do time things that respect user locale, because right now it doesn't. So if Chris puts something in at 8 p.m., it's just 8 p.m. regardless of what the user locale of Chris was or of anyone else.
You need to talk to somebody else who's got a big list of other...
No, I'm just informing you since it's brand new to you. I'm trying to save you some hassle.
Yeah, so it's not going to work for me because I'm in the UK then. And okay.
All right.
What else?
So let me recap this. Your biggest takeaway is time fields, which already existed, and putting mine in front of the other products. You know, I love you, Francis, and hate you at the same time. But that was a terrible co-host answer. I'm going to have to revoke your microphone. All right. So now I'm going to be walking around. I got to find someone else. There's got to be someone who's not already talking to people that would want to do this. Let's see. Go to walk around. You know what we need? This has been heavily weighted to more of a deep voice type of thing. Let's see if I can find someone who may talk to me. Oh, I think I found a perfect candidate. Yes. Oh, come on, please. So
I can hardly hear you.
Well, here's the story, okay?
Okay.
Mark Ross has mysteriously disappeared on me again.
No! Is he okay?
I'm sure he's fine, but whatever. And I still need to do a podcast.
Oh, dear.
So I'm finding temporary co-hosts because people don't want to just listen to me. And I will get in trouble otherwise. So I'm asking people as their test. Since it's the third day of Dreamforce, it's almost done.
Yep.
What is your main takeaway?
Oi.
And remember, it's a podcast, so it's dead air.
I'm sorry. Putting my in front of everything is great marketing.
You know what's hilarious? Francis just said the exact same thing.
I'm so glad. We're good. We're good for our consistency, us MVPs.
Yeah.
The my thing is not awesome.
Now, the other thing I need to ask you is, it's an audio format. I know who you are.
Oh.
They don't know who you are. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Beth Breisness.
And you're awesome.
Oh,
I love you, Beth.
Thanks, Brian. You're awesome.
Yes, and I really love you because of the fact I know you didn't really want to do this, and you did it anyways.
It's because I love you.
And I really appreciate that, but I know you feel awkward, so I will.
It's all right. You've got me warmed up now.
Okay.
What do you want now? I don't know.
Honestly, I've been asking that question, and then usually the answers are so, I just walk around to find someone else to ask because I'm out of ideas. But I realized that I've been like talking to males, and I'm like, that's not really representative. I needed another perspective. And I don't take this the wrong way. You're the first female I saw that wasn't deeply entrenched with another conversation or eating. And I took advantage of that.
That was a pretty low bar.
I know. Nothing but the highest standards here at the Wizardcast.
Well, we've got Nana here. We
Yeah.
can ask Nana.
We can ask Nana. So, Nana, here's the deal. Mark Ross has disappeared on me again.
Oh no.
And
Where'd he go? Did he get kidnapped?
who knows?
Did he run
so
away?
I'm trying to find temporary co-hosts since I still have to do a podcast.
Oh.
And
Well,
first off,
you
this
just-
is Nana
you've got
Gregg.
your girl right here.
I know.
Oh, there you go. You're all set.
John Graff's other side on the CloudForce Collective.
Yeah. I'm,
Right?
I'm the non-nerd.
So you're probably instantly
You're
disqualified.
still a nerd.
You're probably instantly disqualified anyways, but I'll ask you the question I'm asking everyone anyways.
Okay.
Third day of Dreamforce, it's over. We have a half a day left. What's your main takeaway from this year's Dreamforce?
My main takeaway from this year's Dreamforce, it's probably the same thing that I say every Dreamforce.
Which is?
It's that the power of the Ohana is something that you can't explain and you can only feel it. And that's what you get when you come to Dreamforce.
And what's really sweet here is Beth is not only holding the microphone for Nana, it's got her arm around her, her head is laying on the shoulder. It's a very touchy moment. Makes me wish
It
we're doing a
is.
video
I
cast because
know.
that would just shoot the ratings way up. and as everyone knows, I'm all about the
They
ratings.
can envision it, so it's all good.
All right, so I'm going to ask you another question. So,
Okay.
so obviously we can't have you be the co-host. What I realize is I was talking to all these men.
Yeah.
Right? And so Beth was the first person other than Amber who, well, she's Amber. She's already done this once. Who was nice enough to take the microphone, and then you did it. I would like to get another female perspective
Yeah.
on Dreamforce. Who would you suggest I talk to?
I would absolutely suggest Davina right here because she's a rock star.
So I don't know her. Will you do
You don't
help
know
me?
Davina?
No.
Oh, let's get Davina over here. Hey, Davina.
Yeah, so we're
here.
being
Come here real
beckoned
quick.
over here. And so,
Have you met Brian?
Hi, Brian.
hi,
We've
Davina.
met.
I'm Brian. I do a podcast because of WizardCast.
Yes.
And I usually do this Mark Ross, but he's mysteriously disappeared.
Your partner in crime is missing.
He's gone. I don't know where.
Yeah.
But
gotta smooth them
so
out.
I'm finding temporary co-hosts to help me out. And excuse me. So, and I'm specifically looking for female perspectives now.
I'm here.
And
I'm
you were
female.
highly recommended.
Thank you.
All right. So first, since people probably don't know who you are, who are you?
Davina Hancha.
Okay.
I am a senior CRM systems analyst at Instructure.
That is a mouthful.
I lead the Salt Lake City user group.
Woohoo!
I'm on the Snow Forest planning committee.
Double hoo-hoo.
Come to Snow Forest.
I never get invited to that
And
one.
I'm a Salesforce MVP. And I have 5 certifications.
That's amazing. All right. You are horrendously overly qualified. So I'll ask you the question I'm asking everyone else as a benchmark test to see if they are co-host worthy. You ready?
Uh-oh. I'm worried.
Dreamforce is almost over. What is your main takeaway?
Well, if you aren't on Lightning, you're silly.
Well,
'Cause-
I'm sorry. Are you referring to Lightning as the brand that gets re-pushed on everything, or are you talking about Lightning as the new user interface?
I'm talking about Lightning, the new user interface.
Okay. So
If you
why am I
haven't
crazy for using
migrated-
Classic?
Because it's old and antiquated.
But it's pretty and easy.
It's not pretty. Not pretty.
Well, you know, one person's.
So, okay, so you have an iPhone 4.
No, actually, I use Android.
Okay. So you have a really, like, what's the latest Android release?
I have no idea
like
because
5 releases ago.
I'm like using on my third 4-year-old phone.
Okay, so we're going to pretend here. We're going to pretend you have a flip phone, right? That's your action now.
I actually do
and
have
I'm
one.
going to come up to you, Brian. I'm going to say, hey, Brian, I've got this brand new, shiny, latest and greatest Android phone. Do you want it? It's free, totally free to you. And it's got these amazing features for you. And you can do so much more with it than your little flip phone, which all you can do is, like, dial numbers. You want it?
So, Davina, here's the terrible secret. I had a flip phone for like 7 years and avoided the smartphone until they no longer sold flip phones.
You got to move on, Brian. You got to
Change
move on.
is hard, Davina.
It is.
And it's not like you can flip on the switch for Lightning Experience and be done. But that
No.
you can't. That's not the right way to do it, right?
No.
It takes time and it takes preparation, and I think that's a big challenge for a lot of companies. Because it's kind of like doing a mini re-implementation of Salesforce.
So here's the thing. I just did an implementation of Lightning, and I moved our company over, and our whole sales team is now on it, and they love it, and they're using it. And I, at first, was like, this is going to be a 6-month project. So I said,
And it was a 10-month
by
project.
the end of the year, you might be on Lightning. here I am.
And
2 months
4 months.
before.
4 months to go.
No, 2 months before I thought the project would end, I'm done. So once you get going and once you start, you're gonna find out customizing the Lightning platform and the pages is not as complicated as it seems to be.
So, I'm a solo admin.
Yeah.
All right. What would you advise me as a solo admin to tell my bosses and talks? Because I'm podcasting, Jillian. So.
Hi, Mike.
So here,
Mike wants to be on the
podcast. Hi, how
Hi,
are you?
We're doing a podcast. Yes, we
We
are.
are.
That's Mike Gerheld. So.
We've got Jillian and we've got Mike here.
Jillian.
Someone said Mike Gerheld should record.
Yeah.
Davina's about to answer a really important lightning question, and then I want you to answer.
We're talking
no,
about migration.
I want you to answer, okay?
And you're silly if you're
So
not on Lightning
I'm a
right
solo
now.
admin, all right?
Okay.
How do I convince my boss to let me spend time to properly implement Lightning when there's so many other things I'm supposed to be doing for the company?
Let him know that every single day you waste working on Classic, you're wasting money because you're losing functionality that makes your team extremely efficient and faster and better.
I love that answer. Mike, do you have a response to that answer? You got anything to add to it?
I didn't hear what she said.
I'm a solo admin.
Yes.
What should I tell my boss in order to convince them that it's worth spending my time implementing Lightning when we have so many other projects for me to do?
As an organization, you have two options. I like to think of them like cars.
Right.
You can keep buying an internal combustion car,
Which
and it'll
many do.
get you down the road.
Very true.
Or you can get an electric car like a Tesla.
Which is a way out of my price range. This might be a bad analogy.
No, because Teslas are the future. Teslas are faster than any internal combustion car.
True.
And they have a lower impact on the environment, and they can be updated via software. So you're harnessing modern technology to move faster. So you're not building on a legacy system like an internal combustion engine.
Okay. So I love that, but because I'm a jerk, I have to take your analogy and ask if Lightning is a Tesla, right? Does the analogy of the increased cost of using a Tesla versus a combustion engine, as in purchasing it, right? Does that hold true? Is there an increased cost for using Lightning Experience compared to Classic?
No, decreased. No, decreased. And actually, I would say this: if your boss is adverse to Classic,
yeah,
or putting money towards it,
right,
then I would re-examine your company's core values and see how committed you are to a great customer experience.
I love that answer, and this is why he's the admin evangelist.
Right.
By the way,
in the rain answering this.
Yes, I know. He's a superstar, and I loved the admin keynote today. It was awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so I have to ask you a question. I've been asking a whole bunch of guys this. I've only gotten 3 women.
You should not. You should have diversity.
I need
on
more
your
women.
Podcast.
So who do you recommend I ask my stupid questions to? Anyone? Because, dead air on a podcast is just terrible.
Well, you can always edit that.
Yeah, that takes work.
No, it's not that hard.
Well, Mark usually does it.
Have you talked to Christy Guzman, who is the co-host of the Two
No,
Wit
I haven't
podcast?
seen Christy yet.
Christy is...
Where's she?
Which, actually, being an audio podcast won't really matter what I'm doing.
That's true, but he's pointing in a direction, and I still don't see her.
Straight ahead.
Okay, I'm going to walk in that direction and hope I just eventually run into her. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
I am going to have to edit this one. It's going to suck because I was going to release it tonight when I got back to the hotel. Thanks. All right, so I'm now walking into the rain, which is an awful idea. But I got to look for Christy. Hi. I'm going to ask you a question because I was pointed in this direction to find someone else, and you're here. Okay?
Yes.
So my co-host, Mark Ross, has disappeared.
Okay.
He
Where
does
did
that.
he go?
I don't know.
He just evaporated.
So I'm looking for more temporary co-hosts, and I'm specifically looking for women because I've been talking to men all night, and I need a fresh perspective.
All right.
All right.
let's
So I'm
do
going to
that.
ask you a question. It's almost the end of Dreamforce. What's your main takeaway? But before you answer that, who are you?
My name is Rachel Mincarelli. I am part of the admin marketing team.
Oh my goodness! I'm just going from one Salesforce employee to another.
Yes. So I've been with Salesforce for just under a year.
Woohoo!
Yep. So first Dreamforce ever, and I've survived. It's been incredible. You may know me from some of the live videos that I've done on Twitter and Facebook. I'm also the face behind the Salesforce admin's Twitter handle.
And thank you for all the retweets, by the way.
You're welcome. Keep the good content coming. We'll keep retweeting.
Maybe you'll retweet this podcast, even though I'm going on to 35 minutes and I don't know how I'm going to edit this before the end of the night.
Are you hashtagging it DF17?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to hashtag it DF17? Of course. Then I'll find you.
Okay. So, what's your main takeaway from Dreamforce?
My main takeaway from Dreamforce is that it is the best kind of chaos I have ever been involved in. It is my favorite thing that I've done professionally ever.
I love that. I like that. Because almost everyone else I'm talking about coming from people who are not working at Dreamforce, right? So it's a little chaotic as a customer coming here.
A little bit,
with
sure.
170,000 people shoved into downtown San Francisco and hotel prices 3 times more expensive than what they are.
I know.
Yeah, that really hurts. Sorry, I'm a little bitter.
I did see your tweet about sleeping over in the admin meadow. Don't think I missed that.
I really do want to do that. I think that could be fun.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, you know what, Brian, we want to do that too. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking a trailhead. It's a campy motif kind of thing.
Yeah. Did you see how many admins jumped on that when
I
they
know.
saw Astro sleeping bags? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so now you have swag ideas for
Now
the
I do.
marketing. I feel like I should get some sort of cut of that.
Yeah? You
But,
think so?
I'll
let you know.
I'll settle for more publicity for the podcast.
I'll let you know if it actually comes about.
Okay.
Sleeping bags might be tough.
Okay. Well, you just do the small, little, tiny ones like that. So I did the samples. Have you ever gone to a campus store and they have like the sleeping bags that are like 3 inches tall? You could totally get away with that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, if we do that, I'll send you one.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. I'll have to put my finger and say, well, my finger's going to have a good night's sleep
Or
tonight.
you could get a little Astro doll. You could put the little
Oh,
Astro
that'd be
doll
cute.
in it.
Yeah,
that'd be cute.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're
All right. So I got to find someone else to talk to. Who do you recommend? You got someone?
Just head that way
Yes.
and just pick somebody.
Oh,
there are
that's so-
amazing people through this whole area. Just
That's true. Let's find out. I would do these two ladies. Because well, that's not going to be picked up on the microphone. You got to be really kind of.
Hello, Brian Kwong. Hello.
Oh, that is so going to be my new ringtone. Oh my goodness.
Brian, what are you doing podcasting at a party with booze? This is like not an acceptable thing that you should be doing.
Because it's so fun. And I have nothing else to do with my time because I'm a nerd. So, all right, here's the deal, and I'll ask both of them. First, I need you to introduce each of yourselves,
You go first.
So, I am Jillian Bruce,
who's, in my opinion, one of the best temporary co-hosts I've ever had.
also known as Chris Landy. And
to no one else but me.
I am an admin evangelist who works here in San Francisco at Salesforce headquarters.
Double hoo-hoo.
And I'm pretty sure my favorite thing that I've ever done is create a hashtag called Doing It Kwong.
Oh my goodness. I forgot about that. No one look up that hashtag. It's horrendously embarrassing.
So my name is Jody Wagner,
Hi.
and I am a consultant. Thank you. Based in London. I
Ooh,
am actually
another British person.
But I'm not. I'm American living in London.
That feels like it's... Yeah, or something. No, I'm thinking about American in Paris.
And the best
all the
thing
same.
I ever did was make a hashtag called MVPs as babies.
Ooh. You know, I'm actually really sad about that because I have no baby pictures of me anymore because my parents' house burnt down and we lost everything.
But
So,
you have lots of pictures of your babies.
I have lots of pictures of my babies. Hell yeah, and they're all over Twitter.
My answer now?
No, because I'm not going to edit this because I'm lazy. So, all right. So, since I don't have my co-host, I'm asking the other people this because I also have no plans and no content because, again, I'm lazy.
Or you are innovative, as we might say.
That's a good lie.
Daredevil.
I love that.
I would say you're a daredevil.
Okay. You two
Innovative
are
daredevil.
horrendously too nice to me. So, Dreamforce is almost over.
Mm-hmm.
What is your takeaway from this year's Dreamforce? What's the big takeaway for you?
The big takeaway from me is that there's so much potential in this ecosystem for everybody, regardless of what level you're at and what you know. There's just so much potential, whether it's data science, it's being a tech arc, an admin, a dev, strategy. The world is your oyster.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Can you top that, Jillian?
That was amazing. It sounds like
That
you
gave me-
almost like work for Salesforce.
It
It's
might be
weird.
the rain or the wind, but that gave me chills.
I think my biggest takeaway from Dreamforce is the generosity of the community. And it's not a new takeaway. It's an existing one, but I got the privilege of managing the admin theater this year, and we had 62 sessions. The majority of them were from new people coming to Dreamforce, which was very special.
And that's amazing. And I have to say, Jelly, I'm very disappointed. I showed up at least 4 times, and we did not let me come up on stage with my ribbon-striped hat to try to bring people to the theater.
Well, we had a lot of great content in the theater, Brian.
Which
and
drove the traffic itself, I know.
Yeah,
But I
so
mean,
there's that.
Not everyone could look at stylish in red and white like I can. It was just a missed opportunity.
Well, by the way, your wizard hat right now is a little sad. It's
Well,
not,
it's that time of night.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
So
it's hard to stand up straight all night long.
On that note, I'm wearing heels for 5 hours now.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, my
we
goodness.
really appreciate you interviewing us
Hey,
at a happy hour
You
situation.
could have been sitting down, and I understand that.
Can I add something to her who
Yeah.
the new people at your theater? So many of those are graduates of our Speaker Academy program that we do. And
What Speaker Academy program?
So Care Bowden and I do a Speaker Academy program in London, and we're actually taking it online, and we'll start doing it online where we teach people how to build talks,
Okay.
write an abstract.
That is amazing because I'm a communications major, and I can tell you it is phenomenal how many people don't know how to do those things. And they find it horrendously scary and difficult, and it's actually not either of them. As
But
in, not
it's
scary or
actually
difficult.
ingrained in us to be afraid to separate ourselves from the pack and put ourselves in front of others because
I don't know. You're talking
anthropologi-
to a person who wears a wizard hat in public.
But anthropologically, you don't want to separate yourself from the pack. That's danger. Monkey brain.
I don't know. Considering my time in school, I don't think I was ever one with the pack. So maybe this is just a natural evolution. Holy cow, that was a lot of water.
So just to echo Jody's note, bringing it all back home. So yes, there are many speakers. I think that maybe Ricky and Julia might have been, yeah. So Louise, yeah. So they have done an amazing job. And here's to all of you listeners that may be interested in presenting in the admin theater as an opportunity to come to Dreamforce. I highly encourage you to A, to check out this amazing program, B, take a chance, submit an abstract. It is an incredible opportunity because it is super fun and it's the place to be. It is the heart and soul of the admin experience.
Because as much
at
as I
Dreamforce.
loved presenting, I also love not having to present because there's other people stepping up and doing good work. So first, where should someone go if they're interested in your online stuff?
So I can post something on the Success community and make a new group.
Trailblazer community.
Sorry, Trailblazer community. Still new. It might be Trailhead Success community at some point in my
It
head.
still says success.salesforce.com. I'm sorry,
The
Jillian.
community.
Yes, you can go to the community. We'll start a new group because we are going to take it globally. Global. And it's so for me, it's so rewarding to help other people become speakers. Like, I don't care if I speak anymore, but if other people speak because I taught them, that's what makes me happy.
And I'm going to close this out with you, Jillian. You nailed today's keynote. I also love the process builder, the automation logo on one shoulder and Einstein on the other. I'm very jealous. I'm amazed you did that in heels. I'm also amazed that you didn't falter 1 second when you had that terrible gack show up in the middle of your process.
What are you talking
just
about, Brian?
kept
I have no
running.
idea. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You were fantastic.
Thank you for that. And
So
I
well
will
done.
say, my demo was really fun. And the fact that, when we got a GAC and we did the little thing, and you know what? It made it real. It made it real. And the fun thing about it is that we got to show how admins can use Einstein Prediction Builder and bring artificial intelligence and the fourth industrial revolution into their applications using clicks, not code.
You don't happen to work for a marketing team or some sort, do you?
No. Never.
Thank you very much, Jillian. All right, we're gonna try to find someone else. Anyone want to be my temporary co-host for the Wizardcast?
Absolutely, Brian.
Well, Mark has mysteriously disappeared on me.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
So I've been talking to a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And I need new perspectives.
Right. Well,
Right.
You got a girl right here.
Yeah, so the first thing I was going to say, if you're going to say something, you got to say it directly into this microphone, all right?
Okay.
So first, introduce yourselves because I don't know who you are.
Hi, I'm Stephanie First. I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh, I'm Christy Guzman. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, Chrissy, I've been actually looking for you. Mike told me I'm supposed to come and talk to you about this, so it's his fault that I'm here. All right, since you're holding the microphone for the rest of this, okay? I've been asking everyone as their audition for the co-host of the Wizardcast.
Okay.
Since Dreamforce is almost over, what's your biggest takeaway? And dead air is really bad on a podcast.
Yeah. Excuse me. So Chinese takeaway.
No, not. No. I don't even have a good response to that. Maybe doing this when the alcohol is flowing is a bad idea.
I think one of my biggest takeaways from Dreamforce always is connections.
What do you mean, like API connections?
API connections are big, but also human connection. It's huge. Michelle talked about it in her keynote, connecting with children and building up the next generation, connecting with all the humans. It's important.
Chrissy?
I think my biggest takeaway is remembering that Dreamforce is about, you think it's going to be about the things you plan to do, but it's about the things you don't plan to do. So yesterday I had lunch with 2 Lightning PMs from Salesforce because we walked out of the roadmap session and there was lunch right there and there was no line. And we all sat down and we were just talking about stuff. And it was just great, right? And so those conversations are valuable, even though I missed something else I was supposed to do, right? So you got FOMO all the time, but the people and the people that you get to see and talk to, and then now I know if I have a question, I can go to those people, right? The resources that I get beyond Dreamforce are more helpful to me than the moments at Dreamforce.
It's those connections.
Ooh, way to bring that back. And you're going to send me those PM's contact information, right? Right?
How much is it worth to you?
Hey, what about the whole connections thing?
What swag do you have to barter?
I have no swag. Okay. I saw the same person wearing a wizard hat. I talked to him and told it's fine. All right. So we got to wrap this up because this is already running way, way too long. And I'm sure half of you are probably asleep, turned this off, or actually did a really good job editing this, but I doubt it. So we're going to pause this for a second, hopefully. There we go. We're recording again.
Closing, so I got to put this voice back.
Well, I've been asking silly questions all night long. All right. So it's the end of the night. This is already 47 minutes long. Maybe shorter if I did a really good job editing. I probably didn't. I doubt I'm going to edit this.
That's fantastic.
My favorite John Stamos song is Loving You.
Okay. Anyways, so I come back full circle. I'm here with Ben Balapiu.
It's so good to be back. So happy you asked me back.
And Ben, I have no idea how I'm going to end this.
Have we found Mark yet?
Mark is still missing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
To say that I'm concerned about Mark is really an understatement.
We're all concerned about Mark.
Fair enough.
We send him thoughts and prayers.
Yep.
And we wish for a speedy recovery if he's hurt or gone. I don't know what.
I don't know if you saw this or not, but there's actually a fiddle players vigil happening outside right now in his honor.
And that's funny because Mark plays the fiddle.
There's lots of men in suspenders and very tight pants crying on his behalf because we haven't heard from him in so long.
Yeah. So I would like to say to everyone who's out there, happy Dreamforce.
Happy Dreamforce.
I hope everyone has gotten something out of this and this extremely long-winded, poorly edited, if edited, podcast. And I want to thank Ben for your contributions. I want to thank Jillian, Mike, and everyone else who took the microphone. I just shoved it in their face to ask him my stupid question.
Mahalo, Ohana. We love you all.
Good night.
Good night.
I can't